بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Your Excellency, Sahil Mohammed Al-Mazroui, Minister of Energy and Infrastructure. Your Excellency, Dr. Sheikh Salim Al-Dhahri, Secretary General of Environment Agency, Abu Dhabi. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, good morning. Groundwater is a vital component of the Earth's hydrogeological cycle, and its importance spans various aspects of human, environmental, and economic well-being. Here in the UAE, groundwater is the main water resource for agricultural sector, covering about 90% of its irrigation water demand. Today, we are delighted to welcome you to the launch of the first comprehensive UAE Hydrogeological Map and associated geodatabase. The project was developed through joint cooperation between the Ministry of Energy and Infrastructure and the Environment Agency of Abu Dhabi. We will begin by a short introductory video. Following that, we will be honored to be addressed by His Excellency the Minister and Her Excellency Iyad SG. Finally, we will be viewing a sample of the produced hydrogeological maps. Please bear in mind that this project ends up with preparing and producing more than 70 detailed hydrogeological, geological, and water resources related maps. Thank you very much. Excellency.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Sabahkum Allah khair. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are honored with your presence and at this groundbreaking of the UAE first groundwater database that covers the whole entire of the Emirates. We are a federation, as you know, and in any federation, you have the data scattered. What we try to do is to collect all of the data related to the water. But what is the challenge? The challenge worldwide is ensuring you have a reliable, clean, and a good quality water for generations to come. For those who live with us, they understand how challenging that task is in a country that doesn't get enough rain. And as you saw from the presentation, we have also significant withdrawal by our agricultural sector from that aquifer. The recharge of the aquifer is definitely not enough to satisfy such a demand. Therefore, we launched back in 2016 our water security strategy. The first thing we needed to do back then is to ensure that we are not burning gas to just produce water, which is the MSF technology that was widely used here. So we need to segregate the power generation from desalination. So that was task number one. Task number two, we need to ensure that we reduce the consumption per capita significantly by the year 2050 or by the year 2036, because the strategy takes us to 2036. And we targeted at least 21% reduction. But actually, we need more than that. We need probably 45 or 50%. That's what the world today have convened in COP. By 2050, we need to reduce almost 50% of our consumption. In order to do that, we need to have data. And we need to have reliable data for us to understand where are the wells, how much the water table is going down year on year. What do we need to do to change the norm to what we aspire for? If we do and implement the strategy, the savings are enormous. We're talking about an environmental saving, and we're talking about as well financial saving. From an environmental point of view or CO2 reduction, we will reduce around 100 million ton of CO2 over that period of time till 2036. We will also save the country around 74 billion dirhams, which is almost $20+ billion over that time frame. So it does make sense from an economical point of view as well from an environmental point of view. And we're changing here in the country everything we do, from the energy strategy, producing energy, conservation of energy, retrofitting buildings, looking at the digitization of our transportation sector. Even we are tackling some of the most challenging aspects like sustainable aviation fuel. What are we going to do toward the maritime and ensuring that we have a start with the IMO to tackle the shipping industry and reducing the emissions there. So water is going to be the challenge. It's more valuable to us than oil and to our leadership. That's why we're putting these strategies, and with this data, we're sure that our scientists in the academia and researchers will use this data and give us more plans and strategies on how we achieve that target. So I will not bother you with the numbers. I think you saw it, but the aspiration is very high, and that bar, we will keep raising it because water scarcity is a true challenge, not only for us, but for the whole humanity. And we need to produce water in a way that is required, not more, not less. And hopefully we will be, with this map, we can help the local governments as well as the companies to do more using this data and give us further analysis that will help us in the ministry and help the team to build on it and drive more strategies, more conservation, and more wisdom in using our resources. Thank you very much.
Your Excellency.
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good morning, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, I'm very honored and privileged today to address you and share with you a vital initiative that exemplifies the UAE steadfast dedication to the environmental stewardship that we have been carrying with us for over than 52 years. Of course, the Environment Agency with the Ministry of Energy and Infrastructure have proudly developed the first hydrological map of the United Arab Emirates. I consider this as a monumental achievement that we all should be proud of availing today. As His Excellency also said, we are a region with limited rainfall. So groundwater plays a very huge role in sustaining not only our lives, but also our agriculture and forestry activities. However, our deep reliance on the use of this finite groundwater resources has led to pollution, had led to high salinity, and had led to over-extraction of our only fresh water. To address this pressing water challenge, the UAE government also have set a very high ambitious target to curtail the annual depletion of our groundwater extraction by 3 to 5%, and thereby fostering a greater sustainability, particularly in the context of strategic groundwater reserve for emergency scenarios. This groundbreaking project will serve us as a vital reference for our policymakers, legislators as well, and researchers seeking a comprehensively understand the country groundwater and surface water resources. It also will empower us as a decision makers with accurate insights into the status of our groundwater aquifer, as it's been said and mentioned by His Excellency, and thereby facilitating and formulation of a prudent measures, policies, and strategy to sustainably manage these vital resources and mitigate the depletion and pollution, all while ensuring an optimal land use planning. It serves as well, our map will serve as well the climate change strategy, because within the climate change strategy, Abu Dhabi has committed to reducing its electricity and water emissions by 43% by 2027, aligning with a broader efforts to mitigate the impact of climate change. So central to our mandate, we want to ensure, of course, a healthy future for both today's and tomorrow generation, endowing them with the legacy of abundant ecosystems, species, natural resources that we have been fortunate to enjoy today, and they also should enjoy tomorrow. We want them also to be able to drink the 8 glasses of water a day, and we want to leave behind a world where their children don't have to experience any droughts. So let us all ensure a future of hope, dignity, well-being for every man, for every woman, for every child, and make every effort possible to help mankind to achieve these important goals. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellencies, distinguished guests. I would like really to thank you for your presence today. Due to the time limitation, the team from Ministry of Energy and Infrastructure and from the Environment Agency Abu Dhabi will be available for further discussion and further talking about the produced maps. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Thank you very much, distinguished guests. Yes, Your Excellency, just group photo.